Wanda Barzee, the woman who helped her husband kidnap Elizabeth Smart in 2002, is set to be released from prison today. News crews have been watching the prison where she's currently housed in Utah around the clock. Barzee has been in custody for more than 15 years. Smart told us this week she hopes Barzee's family will commit her to a mental institution.
You said this woman does need to be committed. Will you do anything to make sure that happens? You know, some members of her family have said, we don't want her here either.
I did make that call, and I do think that it probably would be the best place for her under the circumstances would be to be civilly committed. It is, up to the family, and so I just would ask them again to really consider civil commitment as much as for everyone else's safety as her own, probably.
John Blackstone is outside the prison in Draper, Utah. John, good morning.
Good morning. Well, Wanda Barzee has been eligible for parole, eligible to leave this prison since 12:01 this morning. But so far, there's no clear indication from officials here exactly when she will walk out of these gates. Now, when she does, she'll enter a world where at least one relative says she has no place to go. After more than 15 years behind bars, 72-year-old Wanda Barzee will soon be a free woman. Officials in Utah say they have no legal right to keep her incarcerated after discovering they made a mistake in calculating her sentence.
Ms. Barzee has served her time, and we have to release her.
In 2002, Barzee helped her husband, Brian David Mitchell, kidnap 14-year-old Elizabeth Smart from her Salt Lake City home. Smart told Gayle King Barzee stood by as Mitchell frequently sexually assaulted her during her 9 months in captivity.
Yeah, she would encourage him to rape me. She would sit right next to me, like the side of her body would be touching me.
The release comes 6 years earlier than Smart expected because state officials discovered they miscalculated Barzee's sentence. Her attorney argues that once Barzee finished serving her federal sentence, she didn't need to serve any additional time in state prison.
We reviewed that with our legal counsel and determined that we did have to give credit for that time spent in federal custody.
Barzee will now be under federal supervision for 5 years.
She's got nowhere to go.
Her sister, who did not want to give her name, says Barzee is unfit to leave prison.
She's mentally ill, terribly mentally ill, and she's very manipulative.
Barzee was denied parole in July for the second time. At the time, she refused to be evaluated by a prison psychologist.
We can't extend a person's sentence regardless of a need for treatment or other factors when a person has served their maximum time.
It's unclear where Barzee will end up. A federal agent assigned to her case will keep track of where she's living. Meanwhile, her husband, Brian David Mitchell, remains in prison serving a life sentence for the abduction of Elizabeth Smart. Norah?
We'll be watching, John. Thank you.